Now this is my Maidstone tactics. Let me show you. Right, first of all, if you're not already doing so, if you're on this stupid area focus, get rid of that. Press the left stick in. Left stick, yeah. Press that in, and you get your cursor mode up, which is just 10 times better to use than the stupid area focus. I don't get why people use that. Anyway, you wanted to look at my tactics, so I'm just going to walk you through it, alright? Trigger. I like the tactic. Okay, so this is the basic shape I'm using. Right, these are the players. This here, that's the role that they play. He's playing as a DLF, deep line forward, yeah? If you want to change that role, press the grey and go to whatever suits him best. He plays well as a deep line forward, so that's what he's going to be doing. Young guy fielding here. He is an advanced forward, so I'm playing him as an advanced forward. Very good player. Okay, and the same again for all of these things. Just click on the grey area and you can change the roles. I'm playing with this setup because this is what's working for me. This guy can be a box to box, or you can make him a Mezzala if you've got someone who can play the role well, but it might leave you a little bit short in the middle. Right, also, going from the bottom up then, so your goalkeeper, just a regular goalkeeper on defence. You don't want a sweeper keeper unless you've got a very good sweeper keeper, especially if you're in the lower leagues, because he'll run out of position and then leave the goal wide open for someone to slot it back. So defend, essential defender on defend, central defender on cover so he can fill the gaps when people run forwards. I've got a fullback on support, a fullback on attack. Okay, now I've got a Mezzala and a deep line playmaker. You only need one playmaker. Okay, so if you've got a deep line playmaker, don't play with an advanced playmaker as well, or a roaming playmaker as well, because then you've got two string pullers, and then it'll just confuse the game. Don't do it, trust me. You only need one playmaker in your squad. Okay, so I've got left winger, right winger. Depending on their stats, you come in here. If they can finish, maybe think about making them an inside forward if you want to cut in and try for themselves. If they're better at crossing, so like if we're looking at Jordan Green. If we're looking at Jordan Green here, he's a winger, but his crossing is not great, his dribbling is good, and his finishing is better, so it might be worth making him an inside forward. Okay, I use the star ratings as a guide, but then also look at the stats, because the star ratings will tell you where they play, but the actual attributes will tell you what they're really good at. They're low because I'm playing League 2 football at the moment. So don't worry about the lack of greens. You're not going to expect many greens in a team that's playing in League 2, are we? But it's good for, and the star rating is only related to the quality within your own squad. So it won't. So you'll know if you're improving the squad, because when you buy a player in that's better than your squad, it'll put all your player star ratings down and keep theirs the same. So then you know that he's the pinnacle, and then you've got to move everybody else along. Okay, going back on with the tactics. So this is your shape. Then in possession. Have a look at that. Give it a minute. So just keep that the same. Pass into space. Don't give them a focus, just let them run the ball through. Select player defence. I have shorter passing. I have higher tempo. I have players for set pieces. Be more expressive. Work the ball into the box. Mix crosses. So that's how you should have your in possession setup. Go to in transition. And it's just your Gegenpress basically, because the template is a Gegenpress, as I tell you there. I've just tweaked a few of the roles and a little bit of the tactical stuff. So press, counter press. Then over here, keep all this the same. Just have a little. And the last one is your out of position. So use offside trap. You can have a much higher line, or you can just drop it back one to higher line. That's up to you. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And it can stop you getting caught out. Balls over the top. Get stuck in. I recommend get stuck in. You will get lots of bookings. Use time marking. Prevent your goalkeeper distribution. and push the press into very intense so that you can try and get the ball back really quickly. Okay, and that's been working for me. I'll just go over and show you my schedule. It's not perfect. You're going to lose games. It depends on the quality of your team as well as the tactics. It's not just the tactics that are going to. I don't know a single tactic which is going to shoot you out of the league and win everything if you haven't got the players that can play in the positions and you haven't got the quality to match the league you're in. I don't expect to get promoted from League 2 with the squad I've got, because although it might look good on paper, half of these are kids now. I've just brought in a whole load of kids. Quickly show you my squad. So ability and potential, I changed the view so I can see them. So this guy's only 16, so he shouldn't be starting goalkeeper really. He should still have Silva. So I shouldn't have him as a goalkeeper because he's 16, but I do put him in and out of the team. Civic is my main goalkeeper, this guy here, and then you can just check based on where your team is at. So he's 4-star. For like last season, he was 4-star goalkeeper, but now I brought a new goalkeeper in who's much better than him. He's pushed his ratings down and his potential. Yeah, so he's never going to be as good as O'Neill on the long run. Okay. If that wasn't confusing for you, quickly just show you my schedule to show you it's pretty consistent. I'll go back over last year's. So this tactic hasn't changed. In fact, we'll go back to the start. Obviously, my team were a lot better in Vanarama National League. All that green, loads of green, the odd loss, but mainly tons of green. It's consistent formation, it does the job, but you've just got to have the players to do the job, alright? Again, it's not perfect. My team weren't as good in the Vanarama National as they were in the Vanarama South, so we lost a few more games. There's even a 4-game losing streak in here. There, right there, see that? 4-game losing streak. But then you come back up here and we've managed to turn it around again. And I did nothing more than just move a few players, rest a few players. You have to watch your fitness as well. So if you've got players that are excellent, but you've got players that can play in that position that are in peak form, peak fitness, put them in, give your players a rest. If you don't rest your players, especially towards the end of the season, you're going to know about it because your results are going to drop right off. Thank you for your time. I hope that clears up my tactical formation. And anyone else, I'll put this on the main one. If anyone else want any more advice, I'll see if I can do one of these again. It's just a quick little tips thing. Most of you'll know what you're doing, but for the newbies, this sort of stuff, you know, talking about, in fact, I'll just quickly go over fitness. So go to my squad, tactics. If you want to quickly look at your fitness, just hover your thing over there. So Spencer, he's in peak, he's match fit, he's happy to go, I'd leave him on. Fielding, he's peak. I think they're all peak actually. I'll find someone who's on excellent and I'll see what I mean. I'll just check every single one of these players. If there's one person who's really needing a rest, you rest him and put your back up in. Like excellent. So Seaman's tired. I've got Harper here who I know's a right back. He's peak. So then I just drag him over and drop him in. That's really hard to do with one hand. But yeah, so that's what I mean by fitness as well, so keep an eye on that. I think there's more advice I can give you. Just try your best, mate, and persevere with it, because once you find a tactic that you stick with and work and you enjoy it, you'll realise the game's actually, it'll pull you in. You won't be able to put it down, mate. Anyway, have fun.